Yeah, so I really want to get this off my chest. I don't know how I'm gonna deliver this, but I'm just gonna let spirit guide me. So it's 11:11 right now, by the way. That wasn't me doing it on purpose. It was me doing it, you feel me, synchronized, like I didn't realize. But that's beside the point. Um, we gotta realize that we as melanated people, especially those in America and really abroad, we predate these modern religions, especially Christianity. And it sucks that we disregard a lot of our ancient practices due to them telling us and making us believe that stuff is demonic. And my whole thing about that is what when you say that, what do you really mean? When you say certain things are demonic based off of what Christianity says, what does that really mean? You know, I'm not saying that, you know, dark energies and stuff don't exist and that things don't happen, but when it comes to certain spiritual gifts and abilities, you know, and really being chosen to have certain abilities or have certain direct connections to help others, you know, how is this evil? Sounds like you really just don't know what you're talking about, and that's something that bothers me. You know, uh, hopefully it won't. In the future, because I'm learning how to let things that's beyond me like not affect me. But initially, it does bother me because as one who's really here to use my gifts to help people, as far as when it comes to divination and being a messenger. You know, it's like it sucks that a lot of people, specifically my people, feel me, they really be scared of this stuff because of how Christianity really like made things so evil. Mind you, this same thing excuse a lot of things that biblically are evil. Feel me? Biblically are abominations. But I'm not even gonna get into that right now. It just sucks. Because it does say in the Bible that people perish for lack of knowledge. And we witness this, with just a lot of people dying from ignorance and dying from, you know, uh, not knowing any better. But that was how the game, that's really being played against my people, that's how it was designed. And, just bringing it back to the subject, like, when it comes to our spiritual gifts, of course, the enemy is going to tell our children, that these gifts are demonic. They're going to tell them whatever they need to tell them so they don't, you know, uh, pick them up, so they don't participate or so they don't, activate these, you know, ancient genetic codes, and now you know, start to exist outside and beyond their matrix program, the enemy's matrix program. Feel me? But I'm learning how to work my way, feel me, work my ways and my motion. But I can't lie, it does bother me because people really be so convicted on their beliefs. Like, if I go and, interest some, want to promote doing readings, I could tell when people really don't know what they're talking about by how they respond to me or what they respond, what they say, and it's like, damn, bro, this shit suck. Like the spell work is really heavy on our people.